Glass Table Show, we back again. New location. As we said, new location, we stepped it up. Meditated like a Buddhist. So we here, the Glass Table Show, and I got a cast of characters with me and some great topics. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to flood into the room and do what y'all do. You might be eating a snack. You might be eating a snack. You could turn the snack on. You could turn the snack on. Yeah, I said it. Shout out to you. Shout out to my girl for holding me down, my son, all my friends. We here again. Glass Table Show. Sunday night. Shenanigans. Well, we do the shenan, and then we do the shenanigans again. So it's shenanigans. We do the shenan, then we do the shenan again. So I need to get my tablet. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to come into the room. I need to get my tablet so I can see the comments. And we're gonna warm it up. I'll be back in a sec. You know, don't walk in front of the camera, y'all. Do it live right now.
No, I'm not trying to sell your hat. It's funny, what I really want.
Gotta get my other phone. Hold up. Where my other phone at? Because I can't see the comments without the other phone. So let me see.
Ooh, that was put it on watch.
Yeah, so that don't tell me you want to gamble food. Think you just want radio silent? I think you one of them dudes, man. I think you one of them dudes, huh?
I say money not gambling.
Ooh-wee.
The Patriots spread was 44 and a half. They scored 44 even.
I don't do sports, man. I don't do sports, man.
I used to play sports a lot.
I did too.
That's why I'm into it.
Once I stopped playing it though, it stopped. I wasn't getting paid.
You got exercise.
You kiss my ass, man. Sports could kiss my ass, man.
Well, damn, bro, that's how you feel. That's how you feel, bro.
100% how I feel, bro. So we lit. We live again. Let's go. Glass Table Show. Glass Table Show. I got the comments.
Can they hear me?
They definitely can hear you. So we live. Glass Table Show.
So I'm gonna sit right
Let's go. We lit. People gonna probably link because they gotta send it out to everybody, let them know exactly what's going on. So I'm pretty sure people gonna come in once they see the Wi-Fi is serious, you know. So we got a couple topics tonight for y'all. We got the first question is the big one I want to talk about, and I'm gonna pose it to you. It's a real simple question, and everybody in here can answer. And my show works better when I got people in front of me because I can make jokes on the fly, and that's where I come in. But this ain't a joke. I'm gonna be telling jokes though. But the question is, what is racist? Let me finish the question, my nigga. Let me finish the question, my nigga. You about to go crazy. See, as soon as I said racist, somebody automatically their brain went, oh shit, hold up. Calm down, my nigga. Calm down. Calm down. The question is, what is racist to you? That's the question. What is racist to you? Every person can answer. All opinions are welcome. Please comment. What say y'all? What's racist to you, man? So the reason I'm asking this question, right? I like to give the context. Right now, you got a lot of shit going on. Politics. You got left wing, right wing, right? You got Donald Trump. You got whoever Donald Trump is with. You have Elon Musk, right? Oh, hey buddy, can you hit the skip thing for me? Or nah? Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Come on, man. How you gonna be? You gotta get that free YouTube shit, man. Yeah, so you got Elon Musk, you got Donald Trump, all this, right? So you got different things going on. Okay, boom. But my question is, different things happen in the country. You're going in, you're buying gas, you're buying groceries. You know, there's European people, quote unquote white people, black people, Asian people, Guyanese people, African people, all different types of people, all different types of races. Give me an example of something that you think is racist. Put it like that. Give me an example in today's time of something that you would consider racist. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what ethnicity you are. Give me something that you would consider as racist.
Well, people think that, you gotta look at it from the standpoint of...
No. You give me something that you think is racist today, right now. If you was in the store right now, you went out this building right now, give me an example of something that you feel would be racist. Would you feel like, just tell me an example of something
I don't
racist.
think nobody shit too much. But to me, what would be racist is basically calling me the N-word.
Okay, all right, okay, I'll say, okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to get it out there because we're building a dialogue. So you said who calling you the N-word?
Somebody who...
You said somebody, let's just for the record, he said something racist to him would be somebody calling him the N-word. And I asked him who calling him the N-word would make him upset or would make you feel like it's racist.
A person of non-African or Native American descent.
Non-African or Native American descent calling you the N-word?
Yes.
Okay. The N-word being nigga. Right. Okay. So if somebody that's not African American or Native American call you the word nigga, you would consider that racist.
Yes.
Okay. So even if they saying it to you
In a derogatory...
in a way of jest, if they're saying it to you as in they grew up around African American people and they come up right here, you walk out the door, they walk up, they say, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" And it's a person that's not African American descent. Would you still consider it racist?
I personally don't like it.
You don't like it. Okay.
I've been known several times. A lot of times, I don't like that. Don't do that around me.
So you think it's racist regardless?
I think it's ignorant.
It's ignorant. Okay. So when does it become racist?
It becomes racist when they go... It becomes racist when they put a MAGA hat on.
When they put a MAGA hat on, it becomes racist.
Saying the word nigga.
Okay.
And put a MAGA hat on at the same time as racist.
So you feel like if they have a MAGA hat on and they say the word nigga to you, then they're a racist.
Correct.
So is there any other way that you could tell us somebody is being racist towards you?
I mean, racism goes...
Because what I'm saying is, and I'm not saying this is the fact, I'm saying it's my opinion, that the lines are getting pretty blurred nowadays with things. So I need it to be clear as far as, because a lot of people like to sneak this and they don't want to make, a lot of people want to have disdain for brown-skinned people, but they don't want to outwardly be associated with racism. So that's where I'm trying to get at. What is it? Is it just...
They're trying to make racism the norm. They're trying to make it normal with all the DEI stuff. So you got to be real careful with this country.
You said it's DEI. What do you mean DEI stuff? What are you talking about?
The diversity and inclusion.
What does that got to do with what we talking about? What you mean?
I mean, if you're trying to tell a certain group that they can't talk about their history and anything like that.
We're talking about what do you think is racist?
The fucking world is racist.
That's what I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm trying to get out of you. What do you give me an example of you, Sheldon? Give me an example of what you think a racist event would be. Something racist. Tell me. What do you think? Are you easily offended? You're not easily offended, are you? Or are you very easily offended?
Watermelon eating competition.
If somebody else was to hold that.
So let me ask you a question, right? We all know this world is terrible, this world is crazy. They are trying to pass new laws and new bills to mess with our money, mess with our jobs, our businesses, etc. How long do you? Oh yeah, and I told you. No. How long do you stay in America before it gets worse?
You mean racially?
Racial, yes.
How long do you stay in America
you don't see what
before?
Trump's doing. How long do you stay in America?
Well, I don't see what I don't watch the news a lot. So tell me what Trump's doing.
You're slowly but surely losing your rights.
You losing your rights?
Yes.
So tell me how. What is Trump doing to make you lose your rights? I'm not for or against Trump. I have to say that disclaimer on the camera because for some reason people think that I'm for or against Trump. I have no affiliation with any party of any type. We are literally just talking and we are clearing the air right now. This Glass Table Show is the first time back. We have really solid connection. We're having a discussion. It's Sunday night. So what is Trump doing that's taking away your rights? Tell me.
And I mean this with my wholehearted heart.
Okay.
You have to do your research on what's going down in Washington.
Well, just tell me one thing. I don't know. Just tell me one thing.
You have to, no, I'm gonna say it, but you have to. No one would into that habit on you. I don't want to say enemy, but on your current events. For one, you got the government shutdown.
Okay.
That right there is just blatantly disrespectful. Two, you got all the people in ICE coming just destroying family up and in. Even though they are illegal citizens and they didn't do the proper protocol to come in America, the way they're going about it is
Let me turn this down.
to me a Nazi type of rhetoric. So you must pay attention to everything that goes on. There are bills that we don't even know about that they signed in the middle of the night. You guys are worried about Bad Bunny. I'm worried about Bad Trump.
Okay, all right. So, can you tell me one thing that Trump has done to take away your rights that you're talking about now? I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying, can you give me something that's tangible that I can speak to the people about?
They're not gonna.
Because you said Trump's taking away your rights. How long do you stay in this country?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the one thing that is going on that's taking away?
Have you seen the thing about the press? How they revoke the press?
No. Just get me up to speed. Get me up to speed.
He's making it so that you can't talk about it.
Okay.
He's making it so that anything that he does wrong that you don't agree with
Okay.
can get you in trouble. Now here's my thing about Mr. Trump.
Uh-huh.
I don't focus on the gentleman because I have to worry about my own self.
Okay.
But at the same time, you have to worry about those who come behind you.
Okay.
You have to worry about the next generation. How it affects the next generation.
Right.
For example, the baby boomers are all retired.
Okay.
So it's a shift in the workforce development areas.
Okay.
So you have to look at.
Yo, let me know if y'all can hear him talking because he's making good points. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to rebut to his points, and I will too. But if y'all can hear him, just put a 1 in the comments. Let me know. You can continue, bro. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. We got a couple of viewers now coming into the room, so I just wanted them to be able to hear what you said. You know.
So you got to look at it from an economic standpoint, and what programs are being cut, which avenues are they not allowing you to look into, and also the biggest one of them all is
My man Jeff Bezos. Shout out to my man Jeff Bezos in the building. Bro said, just what I needed, a good glass table. Let's go. My man Jeff Bezos. He's tuned in. Yo, y'all make sure y'all drop a comment. Yo, I appreciate you. My man Plaz on the dial. Appreciate you, bro. You was welcome to comment. I know you got a lot to say too. You're welcome. All opinions are welcome. So I'm listening to you. So you got to worry about the people coming after you.
For example, let's take your son, for example, once he finishes school and everything like that.
Yeah.
He's probably more qualified than the person that will get the job in front of him because it's going to be nepotism. So this person who's been in this system for the past 40, 50 years doing that same job is not going to let his job go to a, oh, I got some hate. You got some hate right there, they are not going to give that job to a quote-unquote nigger coming in behind him.
Okay.
So there's no room for advancement, right?
Okay.
So I say that to say that they want that to become the norm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So DEI, diversity and inclusion, was meant because for 50, 60 years that was happening. Now, just today, I was doing some research on the internet or whatever, and it turns out the reason why they shot MLK was because he was going for actual reparations.
He was going for reparations.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is race related. So we going into race right now. Now we're gonna use some language. I understand. I think I understand where you're going, but I just gotta ask you a question to be clear. Are you a nigga? I'm asking you. No. Think very close because this is the Glass Table Show.
Me.
So we say whatever we want, right? But this is my question to you. Answering this question, because I asked you other questions, right? Hold on. So I wanted to make this clear for the camera.
Right. Okay. You ready?
Who's answering the question?
Right.
Do you consider yourself a nigga?
Unequivocally, undubitably, to the top of my being, fuck no.
So you okay. All right. No, you can continue. I just wanted to get that clear for the camera. He does not consider himself a nigga.
Because it would be degrading to my forefathers in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm glad I said forefathers, because everybody think you say fathers, they think of George Washington and Lincoln and shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my Uncle Johnny and Auntie Marie.
So people in your family line, you feel it would be disrespectful for you to consider yourself a nigga.
Correct. Like,
Okay, understandable. So, again, you feel like Trump is kind of bringing in this more racist tone. He's allowing the racists to be out, or is that the connection you kind of saying? Or you feel like times is just going downhill and Trump is the reason, are you blaming Trump, or you feel like it's just the way that things going?
I'm blaming the people who, some people in his party successfully influenced.
Okay.
But at the same time,
My man Jeff Bezos said you're cooking.
what up,
He
Jeff?
said Trump is actually giving rights for firearm owners for the record. Fuck him still, though, for the record. He did say that. He did say that. My man Jeff Bezos did say that.
That is that young man's opinion.
Okay.
And he's in tune to that.
So getting back to my other question, the original question, though, what is racist to you? Did you answer? I don't think you answered the question yet.
Has to do with,
No. To you, what is racist to you?
Come on, Spike Free.
Do you have an example? That's what I'm saying. Lines have been blurred these days.
Examples happen every day with racism.
Tell me.
Racism could be the food.
If Maurice was here, it would be a problem.
Right. Racism is the food that you get in the stores.
I'm talking about to you.
Yes.
So what is racist to you? What is something that can happen to you that you deal with daily that you feel like is racist? Or what is something that's racist that you deal with in the last week?
Not having adequate nutritional foods in urban areas.
Okay. And so that would be discrimination based on race?
Yes.
Okay. So what areas are those that you're talking about?
Been to some of these stores on the hill lately?
So you saying it's more so about race and less so about socioeconomic things as far as like the amount of money made per capita, per district. It's more so to do with because it's black and Spanish people there, or is it because the black and Spanish people there don't make a lot of money? But that might be disproportionate because they weren't offered opportunities. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're saying that that's racist. That
if you take $1 and you take the Chinese community, take the black community, take the white community,
right?
That dollar in those other neighborhoods circulate for over.
Yo, my man George in the building. Shout out to George. George is in the building. Shout out to George. Yo, George, appreciate you, bro. George is in the building. We gotta show respect as people come in. I'm sorry, my bad. I gotta let people know that we appreciate them when they come in, man. You know, it's growing, bro.
George? How you doing?
Shout out to my man George. But yeah, go ahead. So you know, you kind of like, you know, you do got some good points. I mean, have you ever thought about running for city council?
Have I ever done good? Yes.
So why wouldn't you? Would you do that? Would you be open to that?
Well, I'm a former,
Because you did go to the debate the other day, right?
Yes, I did, and people are starting to realize who I am. I'm not saying that.
Okay. No, they ain't going no, because you ain't say your name yet. So you could have been many of people in there. But go ahead. I haven't said your name.
Politics? I mean, only if I could get a good running mate and a good team behind me. You know what I mean? But I would go for the top. You know
Okay.
I realize if you're in politics, and we talk off camera all the time, what, I'm not gonna say anybody's names here, but it's like you look at somebody who's a politician and they're running and they give you that song and tap dance and shit, and you just ask them, okay, listen, you've been here for 24 years. The fuck have you done, bro? Like what has changed in these last 25 years that we should keep re-electing you? Do we got any new teen centers? We got any new schools? We got any new black banks? Do we have anything that is tangible that we can say, yo, you did that shit, Playboy? You know what I'm saying? And I personally don't see it. Now, maybe it's there, but do I see it? No.
Okay. So just for the record, let me see if I can take that over. So just for the record, racist to you would just be somebody saying nigga to you that's not brown skin.
No, racist is totally deeper than just the word nigger. Racism deals with the economy. Racism deals with housing. Racism deals with your food and your health equity. Racism is so big. And the way they proportion it and they section off the cities and who gets better books in this section and what potholes get fixed in this area.
And you feel that's just strictly because of people's race?
That's racism.
Okay.
That's how deep racism is.
Okay.
Nothing to do. You can call me a nigger all day. Words, sticks and stones may break my bones.
Okay.
But this gap will hurt you. So you have to look at it from the standpoint of how can I elevate? What's stopping me from elevating to the level that I choose to be at? And if there's certain structures that are put in place.
Is it you or is it the community?
Let me finish. And if the community. And
okay.
If certain structures put in place to cause a negative outcome of you proceeding in life, and that's racism.
That's racism? Okay.
Yes, it is.
So again, you feel like these unavailability, the opportunities, the food, the housing is due more so to the fact that it's a group of people of a certain race, as opposed to those people of that group of that race do certain things.
Let me ask you a question.
Because what I'm saying, I'm not saying, I'm not hearing what you got it, but let me rebut. I think we got a lot of victimization in the black community. We all have this thing, not all of us, but a lot of brown-skinned people victimize themselves. A lot. Now, I'm not talking about you. I'm not saying you making yourself a victim. I'm just saying that brown people have a tendency. It's easy to do that, though, based off the fact that if you believe the timeline is presented, then, of course, you're going to feel like something was done wrong to you. You've been slighted. You've been enslaved. And you are upset about that. And there's a gripe and there's a bone to pick with that. And I can understand that. I'm not mad at that. No. I'm just saying a lot of brown people victimize themselves.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's say for ha shits and giggles, you come to my house and you say you want a job, right? And I say, all right, you can mow the lawn, do the leaves, just that and that, right? So you mow the lawns, you mow the leaves and shit like that. You're like, all right, it's time to get paid. I'm like, oh nah, I gave your money to feed your kids to somebody in the next street over. Like,
and what is that? Where you connecting that to? Where are you connecting that to?
Bring it on.
Go ahead.
Bring it on, baby. So look at what is that? Ukraine and all this stuff. Like we're giving aid now, and I want to put a disclaimer. I do not condone anybody bombing little children and little kids, this, that, and the third. At the same time, we need to take care of our house first. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not tooting my horn. I just bought two freaking sodas outside.
Okay.
And he told me that they had knocked down 30 tents somewhere that the homeless had set up with like bulldozers with trash cans, like he had tears in his eyes.
Just a bit for the courthouse.
You know what I'm saying? Like just
So Jeff Bezos sent you with something. He said in 2025, that black man take 0.77 cent to every dollar a white man makes, which is actually up drastically compared to the last decade of 0.65 to the white $1. Racism is a systematic oppression of a people based on race. School system, food source, education system, financial institutions. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Again, I was just trying to get out. What do you think was racist to you? You're saying it's the whole system. A lot of parts of the system are racist.
Like we're both in our 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can't get mad at the Karen for calling the police because we're outside riding a fucking motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Like past that shit. You know what I'm saying? We deal with billions and trillions of dollars. I'm saying to you is that we have to look at the whole picture, and when we do, we don't just talk about the problem. Then we must say, okay, what's the solution? We know what's going on. We know they're fucking with our food. They know they're fucking with our houses. They know they're fucking with our health. They know they're fucking with all this shit. How do we change that?
Okay. So how do we change it? Give me something. You're on the roll. Jeff is feeling your rebuttal. So how do you feel we change it? You give me something. I'm listening to you now. Go ahead.
You can do two things. You either fight or flight.
Okay.
You either fight for what you want, and you try to bring together. Now watch how I serve to your next question. You try to bring together urban, African American, whatever you want to call it, minority males and females, and you bring them together. You do not divide them like ERA rights or women's rights or sister girl rights or just for one group that divides.
Okay. Well, before we get to the gender aspect, I do want to introduce a radical idea to you because I have listened to you and I don't disagree necessarily with what you're saying. Saying that race and if you're going with Jeff's definition, the systematic oppression of a group of people based off race, right? So here in the United States, all the brown people get lumped in as being black, right? They don't see themselves as black. They have their own socioeconomic attitude, right? Towards they say, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. I'm not black, I'm Tanzanian. I'm not black, I'm Senegalese, right? They don't say they're black. They form their own groups, but the ones that's brown, that's quote unquote brown without any type of other ethnicity, they say they black, right? But they all get lumped in.
No, I think they're clarifying the region. Like if a blue-black person comes in here, like,
well, they're not going to say they're black. They're going to say the ethnicity they are, and they're going to link with the other ethnicities. That's the ethnicity they are. You don't go to a Senegalese meeting and sit down and say, "Hey, I'm here." You could, but you're not Senegalese, right? So the ethnicities group together. I'm just saying the black people, they kind of like everybody that's brown kind of get lumped in with this black homogenous group, right? And so I'm saying that they all are not. They might all be under a certain type of thought, like maybe they go somewhere and they deal with certain things because they brown skin, but they don't see themselves in that. And that's why I was saying this is the point I want to go to further. Is it in fact, now just go with me here. Is it in fact that you're being systematically oppressed, or is it in fact that you're oppressing yourself? Is it in fact that you're oppressing? Because the thing is, you got to think of what I'm saying. You're in more power positions than you've ever been. You own more businesses than you've ever owned. Your per capita is the highest it's ever been. Black people, in the general sense of making money in America, they make as much money as a small country. Their GDP is bigger than some small countries, the black population, right? Correct. So I'm saying, who is oppressing you? You're making more money than you ever made. Is it really you being oppressed? Or is it in fact that you're oppressing yourself?
Now we discussed
Can you form your own system to not be under anyone's system? Do you have the power to do that? Do you think so?
When you discuss the gross domestic product, you're saying that we are a people who bring in more than most countries. But you got to ask yourself, where are those dollars going to?
Right.
A lot of those dollars aren't going to black businesses.
Well, that's what I'm trying to ask you. What do you consider a black business? You're saying black. The people that are brown skin that are here that are Senegalese are not saying they're black. The Jamaican people, a lot of them don't say they're black. They say they're Jamaican. They don't say they're African American. They don't say they're black American. African people call brown people from America black American. They don't call them African American. They call us black Americans. So, that's a black American. And that's a certain type of culture that you have that's not their culture. They have their own culture. And they come and say, okay, well, this is your culture. I didn't watch our movies. I didn't do that thing. What I'm saying is you got your own culture of being here, and you have the culture of being in other places, and you have the power of all the brown people here to create your own systems, but mentally, maybe it is the confines of racism. Maybe you've placed those on our own self that won't allow us to come together and do what we know we need to do. But I'm just saying, a lot of times, I don't know if it's you being oppressed or if you oppressing yourself. Because a lot of brown people got a lot of money. And they won't come together to do as much as you feel they could do.
Why?
Because they are controlled. They are controlled. Right. See what I'm saying? So that we'll get to some comments. Jeff say, hey, want to know my solution? Anarchy. By the way, this combo is so fire. Then Mark drop a bond on him. Not white is black. That's all we need to do because it takes $1 out of white hands, and that's good enough for me. I'll give my money to an Inuit if need be. No, and I agree.
What did he say?
He said not white is black to him. Long as you're not giving it to a pale person. Again, but what, like I'm saying again, me personally, because it's the Glass Table Show, I would actually submit for your verification and for your thoughts. And I was telling my son this today. I've been saying this for years. It's not no white person oppressing you. I'm going to say it again. Maybe white people oppress you, but you are not being systematically oppressed by no white people. No. Why? Because pale people come out of brown people. Genetically, your genes are older than theirs. You've been here longer than them on Earth. So you have more of a story. They can see the part in their genetics where they're related to your genetics. They might have came out of you at a certain point now. So you're related. There's more similarities between a brown person and a pale person than there is between two brown people genetically.
Excuse me, sir.
Hold on. Let me finish this point. What I'm saying is the people you think really oppressing you look like you. They just using pale people to do it. And don't ever forget I said that. Don't ever forget I said that. There ain't no way no pale person came out of you and then became stronger than you. Otherwise, you forgot everything that you ever knew, knowing that you was on the top and now you on the bottom. The thing oppressing you is you. It's somebody that look like you, that's from an old papal bloodline. An old papal bloodline that's draconian. That's a very old bloodline. It's not a pale person. The oldest bloodlines is brown people. You never heard of the blue-black nobility? You never heard of black nobility in Europe? You think all the people in Europe that was kings and queens was pale? You don't understand the timeline. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look up black nobility of England. Look that up. The original kings and queens was brown. Look them up if you think I'm lying. That's the papal family. 13 families that rule the world. It's not no Rockefellers. It's not no Carnegies. What about the Breakspears? What about the joints me and my son was just looking up today? Look up the 13th family. You think I'm lying? Look up the 13th family. Maybe this is news to you. But again, it ain't no pale person holding you down. It's your mindset about yourself. And it's somebody brown controlling somebody pale to make you hate them. So you hating pale people thinking they holding you down. That's the victim mentality you got because you was controlled by a synthetic timeline. Again, it's been proven false. I'm not even going to get too far into that, but I'm just saying you're holding yourself down. You got enough money between the richest brown people in the country to do anything you want to do. They don't come together because they're not going to come together because you don't understand who they're being controlled by. You think they're your friends because they brown skin. Just because he brown skin, he not your friend. Just because he brown skin, don't you understand how brown skin people even lost the rock in the beginning? Don't you even understand how brown people came to be where they at right now? You had the rock. You look at history, you see yourself in certain positions as a Moor, starting the Moroccan Empire. You see yourself in different positions, right? Of elevated positions where you got pale slaves, European slaves, right? But now you down here and you're like, oh, how did I get this? Oh, because you done lost the plot of the timeline because you're not getting taught the timeline in school. So they're not giving you the timeline. You thinking that all the people in America came from Africa. And I keep saying this. Africa and America was together at one point. The name Africa means divided. It wasn't with a C, it was with a K. Before that, it was with a Q. Look up Timbuktu if you think I'm lying. Look up Timbuktu if you think I'm lying. You was already around the world and you already had yourself organized into nations is what I'm saying. So you got to get the story, but you're holding yourself down. Again, the original papal bloodlines is brown-skinned people. Yes, I know this sounds crazy. You are welcome to speak anytime, sir. I'm not holding you out.
Okay, so...
I know you might have questions.
No. I'm privy enough to speak to a few wealthy people in my time. And there's one phrase that stuck out to me. I was speaking to the gentleman. He said, useless information. What the freak? I was asked not to swear anymore.
You can swear.
Okay, well, what the fuck does that some information do for us currently? It's in the state that we're in now. I use the term all the time called now what? Now what? That happened. 13 families. There's mad racism. Black people are fucked in some aspects. Trump's doing this, did that, third. Now what? What do we do to get out of this stuff?
Well, absolutely. Well, no. See, the thing is, it may be now what. I get the now what part. You saying what you're gonna do with this and that. Right. That might not be directly. It's related in the sense that it's us. But I'm saying it's in the sense that you thinking that you black, you still kind of underneath this idea that you are the oppressed people. I'm going to say it again. You are the fundamental oppressed people of the planet, which you may have been, but you're under this idea that you never was not that. So you're coming in a position where I'm already on the decline. Nobody respects me. What is it? How did you have to know a little bit about yourself to know who you is.
I'm far from that.
Okay, understandable. I'm not saying you personally. I'm just saying the reason I got into that is because a lot of people don't know the story of how they even got to where you at. You thinking that you, again, I'm going to say this again, you think that you came from Africa. And that all the people came from Africa. And I've been saying this for 10 years. Some of the people did, but some of the people was here. Go into the transatlantic slave trade. Start to understand where you're coming. You don't even know how long you've been, where you've been, and where you're from. You don't know that part. So that's what I'm trying to get to.
If you look at the transatlantic slave trade, you got to hit the button again. If you look at
the
transatlantic slave trade, that route that they took, that same route is the same route of the hurricane every year. It goes from the Cape of Africa up the coast.
Okay.
That was the slave trade. They say that's why they say it's cursed. So it did actually happen. Now, how many people came over, we don't know. Some of those books was false. We do know that there were, I didn't even know grandparents. My grandfather, rest in peace, looked at me and in the eye and said, don't ever forget, you were here before you were there. Meaning that we are Native Americans, we were here.
Okay, so if you get that, then what I'm saying, I'm not going to go in too far into that. I'm just saying the racist component is that you feel you a race of people, but all of that is not homogenized. All of these people have their own nationalities within this group, and they're all fighting for their own supremacy. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You've already fallen. There is no point where you're gonna. So. Me again, I'm not opposed to what Jeff said. I'm not opposed to what you said. But what I'm saying is the way that the system is at this point in the game, you're on the decline, right? So you're better off to what is that? Detox from what they've taught you about their system. Focus on creating your own systems for your own communities. Again, I'll say it again. It can't be determinate because now what they're doing is, okay, and we're gonna get to the next point, but we're done with that. We're gonna move. I'm gonna go a little further. I don't want to talk y'all for too much of a loop. I don't want to give y'all too much of a loop, but we got a few more things, right? So we're dealing with our own women. You're dealing with the downfall of your society. You're not on the incline in society. You're on the decline in society. Why do I say that? You are much, I said this on other lives, you are much more technologically advanced previous to where you are now. You have not made a new discovery science-wise in decades that's going to forward you. You have the ability to be light years ahead of where you at, but I'm talking about humanity as a whole. I'm not talking about me as a brown man. I'm not talking about a pale man. I'm talking about humanity as a whole. Because you have these oppressors, you have these controllers, you have these resetters, right? That you're not aware of, that we're not aware of, and we're not talking about because we like the distractions. That's understandable. But what I'm just saying is you're not advancing, you're declining. You're on a decline. So anything that was built previous to where you is now, if you're trying to build something now, it's not going to sustain itself. It's going to crumble because all the things that was older, that was built on anything that wasn't what you're dealing with now is crumbling too. So the society in general is crumbling. You have to understand civilizations rise and fall. You're just on the fallen end of your civilization. You're not on the rising end of your civilization, as you can attest to through your news and through your channel and through your politicians and through your people and just dealing with people, right? You know that. But I'm not saying that it's the end of the world. I'm not saying it's apocalypse, because there can't be no end of the world because there wasn't no beginning of the world. And I'm going to leave it right there.
As two adults, we have the right to disagree with one another.
Yes.
So I say that to say that our civilization is all basically what it is. Like it's like the Roman Empire.
Hold on, bro. Got back. Tom Riley. I'm sorry. I'm not cutting you off. I just got to show love.
I can't do that.
I grew from that victim mentality, that slave mentality. That's why I moved for real. You rock it, family. Not really. I got in maybe like 10 minutes. America means Morocco, annex of Morocco. Or no, it's the Northwest of Mexico. America is Al Morocco. Yeah, it's the Northwest of Mexico. But I rock with you, Jeff. Man, I gotta deck out my baby sister's labor right now. Of course, she make this woman about her. Man, for kids, salute, brothers, keep doing this. We need to see this. Shout out to my brother Plasma. Yeah. That's a big deal. So, shout out to my brother Plasma for being here. We're gonna see if we got another topic. Hold on. Are you for or against AI? That's my next question. Are you for or against AI? Okay. Are you for or against AI? I'm getting a lot of different things. You know, I made a post the other day about AI. I've been playing with AI for a while. I think that there's a lot of spookism in the community. I think a lot of people are scared of new things, and I understand that, and I get that. Me personally, the understanding I have about AI is that it's been your best friend for years. Yeah, maybe, like I said on the other one, maybe unbeknownst to you, AI has been your best friend. You can't live your life without AI. And prove me wrong. Anybody on this live watching right now, prove me wrong. You Google all the time. You don't read no map. You don't read a map. I read a map. Me, I'm 44. Yeah, my teeth white, my face good. But I'm 44. I read a map. A lot of people that watch this or might see this later have never even seen a map outside of Google Maps. We used to go on MapQuest to get directions. So, and you mean to tell me that I'm going back? I'm not going back. I love AI. You better just listen. Forget about it. I'm not going back. You thinking all the power gonna go off. You see these people in bunkers putting all these supplies together like the world gonna end. You think all these rich people gonna let the world end? Huh? Okay, be careful. You think these rich people gonna let the world end? I keep saying this. You say going for a quick walk. Probably to, I don't know, the store might be closed. I don't think y'all understand. Ain't nothing going to end except you waiting and being scared of something that, again, I'm not saying they might not flick the switch and blink the shit on you, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of oil barons. There's the digerati. You know, you have these high level elite groups that are into the digital platforms, that own the digital platforms, that have all of these plans for you with AI, and you think it's just going to go away. That's how they ingratiated it into your life so calmly. Now it's indispensable to you. That's exactly how they give it up to you. They get you used to it. And then when you're used to it, you can't let it go. And now you don't want it to go nowhere. So people that's complaining about AI, I'm really interested to see, do they use Google on their phone? Do you like Find My Phone? So you're just raw dogging it out there with your $1,000 iPhone because you don't like AI, so you got to Find My iPhone off? You just raw dogging it with your, okay, of course not. Of course not. Don't you understand all that shit you ever did on your phone was being recorded? That's why Barack Obama built that big ass shit out there in Colorado that was able to collect more information than has ever been. I think they did some type of thing. It wasn't even a petabyte. It wasn't even a terabyte. It was like some quintillionth amount of storage that they built a whole facility just to store this shit. Yeah, because they need to know where you're going. They need to know your movements. They need to know exactly what humans do. Why? Because the people you dealing with that might control the shit, they can't exist how we exist. So they got to exist a different way. So they studying all that other shit. Again, you ain't getting away from it. You got a tracker on your phone and it follow you everywhere you go. Gladly you go with it. So let's just cut the non-AI talk out. Yes, it sucks up a lot of water. Yes, you might think it's destroying the environment. Newsflash, you've been destroying the environment. You've been destroying the environment. You yourself. Why do I say you? Because you watching this and you got Wi-Fi. You can't do without Wi-Fi in your life. How you going to do it without what I'm saying? You might as well get hip. Take you a prompting class and understand what's to come. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Take a prompting class when it comes to AI. That way you can understand how to utilize it as opposed to being scared of everything that gets instituted. Don't you understand this is just another step in the stage of humanity? You wasn't there at the beginning. You ain't going to be there in the end in this incarnation. You got a few years like this. You worry about the wrong shit. Again, like I said, the victim shit. You think all that shit, you giving a fuck about it. It's two different worlds about it, right? You feel like, actually, I feel like that everything is where it needs to be. It's the perfect thing. It's exactly where it needs to be. Because it's the part of the story. You're not aware of the parts of the story that came before this part. You dealing with the part since you became aware of yourself, what might be a few thousand, maybe 100 years that you knew about when you study history, most people. You ain't going off the 10, 20, 30, 50 million years of before all this shit going on. So you not really, it don't make no sense to you. All this shit fucked up. Yeah, it might not. All you know is you hear and you're supposed to be learning. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, if you're not a friend of AI, I mean, I can understand. I dig it. I know it's might seem horrible, but AI was a long time ago, man. You got to remember in the 70s, they dropped Atari. I'm an 80s kid. They gave us Nintendos. When we was like, they gave us Nintendos young. They romanced that shit so long. You don't remember iRobot? You don't remember Wall-E? You don't remember them romancing you with all this? You don't remember that old 80s movies with the little robots that was flying around? You don't remember that shit? It was so many different things that came out that romanticized that for you. You understand? Yeah, man, batteries included. Remember batteries included? Way back, they were saying, hey, AI is your friend. Come on, this is your friend. Hey, this is your friend. So if you're against AI, y'all could write in there, do you agree or don't agree with AI? I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying if you got a phone, it's already too late for you. If you live in the woods and you using walkie-talkies, you still may be relying on some type of communication, but AI is your friend. It's not going nowhere. I'm telling you again. And you better be happy that it's here. Because you know what AI actually did for you? It equalized things for you. It been around long before you became aware of it. You thinking they just made it and they gave it to you? The military used shit for 30 years before they let you have it. So you think that this is where they at? It's way further down the road. I told y'all 5 years ago it's going to be a lot more light technologies, LiDAR technologies. They go, a lot of shit going on that some people might be aware of, that other people don't be aware of. But I'm just saying, man, AI is your friend, man. You better learn to use that shit. That shit is your best friend. AI made me a lot of bread. AI, and if y'all know, I got a couple people in the room that know about AI will get you a lot of bread, man. It's your friend, man. It's your friend. I keep saying that. It's not your enemy, man. Everything that's here ain't your enemy, bro.
Talking about AI, your friend.
AI is your friend, man. Why you think AI ain't your friend, bro? Give me. So you must got an opposing view, and I appreciate that. Why do you feel like AI is not good? I'm letting the people know. You tell them. Go ahead. Talk to them.
A lot of that stuff is copyrighted. So if AI is writing your book reports or AI is writing an event for you or something like that, AI owns the rights to that. And a lot of people are getting popped for using AI under copyright infringements.
You mean the right stuff? Yeah. So if AI is writing it for you, I wouldn't disagree. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying it eliminates a lot of work for you. You don't have to plagiarize what they're saying. I'm saying you're getting a lot of work for you done. So it's automating a lot of things that you necessarily had to do before. And what that automation does is going to give you more time to do the other things that you should be doing.
But it also dumbs down the upcoming generation.
It dumbs down the upcoming generation. How so? They have to learn how to use it.
A teacher can give a kid a book report that says, write me 5 animals in the jungle. Kid gets go put, write me 5 animals in the jungle, 100 words, 5 paragraphs, and pick up on this point, in that region.
Okay.
Press a button, book report's done.
Okay.
That kid goes to the jungle 10 years later, gets his ass eaten up by one of the animals that he didn't do the research of. It's making it too easy. And when it makes it too easy, you get used to being lazy. So now, okay, let's take an example, and I gotta leave soon. Here's an example, and I think you and I discussed. No, I think it was you. Let's look at music, and I'm using this for an example. 25 years ago, music was 50 Cent, Dipset, all sorts of, you know what I mean? Came out on those guys.
Okay.
Now to a 25-year-old, that's old school music, right?
No.
Now to us in our age, 25, 30, whatever years ago, was Temptations, Smokey Robinson, Jackson 5. Music was soul.
Right.
So to us, that's music. That's how life really is.
Okay, so what do that have to do with what you're talking about? With the AI shit?
It's dumbing the person down.
But how did that go?
Given the parallel connection is it's dumbing down society.
It's dumbing down society. So you feel like AI is dumbing down society?
Yes.
You feel like that's the reason that society's getting dumbed down is AI? Listen to yourself say it.
It is one of the many plots that is dumbing down society.
Okay. I mean, that's your opinion. I would disagree. And I would disagree only because you still have to learn how to use the AI. You still have to use it correctly. You have to utilize it, and you have to learn how to utilize and interact with it. So you're gaining a point, whether you're losing a point, you're still gaining something.
So at the same
so
time,
the kids, because if you look at the kids now, they're quick with technology.
Yeah,
right? And so, but they don't have the understanding. Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. They don't have the depth of self to realize how it can benefit them. They just know how to use it really well. So I'm not disagreeing with you, but I would disagree that AI is dumbing down society, 100%. I would disagree with that. I would maybe you know what? I wouldn't totally disagree, but for the most part, I feel like it's not AI, it's what they're being taught or not taught from the school or their parents. From society in general, what are you learning? AI is just assisting you in doing whatever. You want to be ignorant, it's going to assist you being ignorant. You want to be smart, AI is going to assist you in being smarter.
I'm a certified paralegal, right? And
oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
you're a certified paralegal.
Yes. So the music friends are not from a lawyer; they are from certified paralegal. Now, when I
so this isn't legal advice.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay.
Now, when I took the exam, I had a question on the exam that I had got wrong, and it started with sometimes such and such happens, this, that, and third.
Okay.
I said false, and you were wrong. I'm like, the word sometimes is in it, so it doesn't mean all the time.
Right.
So that's like saying, I forgot the analogy that I used. Some cordless phones have cords. True or false?
What?
Some cordless phones have cords. True or false?
Oh my God.
No,
false. You said it's a cordless phone.
It's
he said so.
exactly. So it's some.
I'm waiting for the someone in, that's right.
Yeah. So it's like. So it's like you can't say what's right.
Hold on, bro. Tim said it's an excellent tool. Oh, hold on. Timothy Riley said facts, guilty of it too. Map reading is hard as fuck because we weren't taught. But it's not hard in theory. Follow the rule. We have baby brains because of AI. It's an excellent tool, but all it knows is that what was input. It doesn't know anything that we don't. It's not pulling any information from nowhere. We're cogs in the machine. But all it knows was input. Okay, yeah. How many people know how to use Google? As far as when to use parentheses and quotations to find what you want. I guarantee most people that just type shit into it get led into the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So I don't think he actually is making a bad point. He says excellent tool, but all we know is what is input. It doesn't know anything that we don't. Right, yeah. I'm not saying that that's a bad point. I don't think that for AI is great for all things. I'm not saying it's like your new leader. You see what I'm saying? Of course, there's parameters. I'm not saying trust everything 100%. Of course, you would need to know the older way. What I'm saying to you is that your life was not your life without AI. It's over for you. Everybody watching this and everybody hearing on the street, it's over for them. Because you need it. You have allowed it to become indispensable in your life. You will not take it off. You're not going to not use it. Oh, he want to take a piss.
Yeah, get to that topic. That's serious because I got 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, he said get. I guarantee most people just type shit into it. This is a fact. This is a fact. Okay, so let's keep it moving.
See, like for example, like you and I know Cat.
Wow, hold on. So you said the last topic. We got to get right into it. Is there more support for women or men in society? Is there more support for women or men in society? Wow, big one. Big one. What say you? That was your topic. How do you feel about that? You want to break the ice or you want me to break the ice? Let's get the question out again.
You break it.
Is there more support for men or for women in our society? Wow, that's a big one. I'm going to say there's more support for women in today's society only because women participate in majority of the events. You know, if you're dealing with like day-to-day events, different things, yeah, I feel like women are becoming more, they're moving higher and higher in the corporate world as well. So they're actually responsible for a lot of decisions. You know, women had a lot more corporations now. You know, women are in more decision-making positions. So I feel like just as a natural reaction to that, a natural consequence of that is that women are going to put other women in power positions as opposed to a man. Now, I could be wrong. Again, this is just my opinion. Again, 2 tears in the bucket, fuck it, don't matter. But that's what I think. I think it's more women in power positions. They put more women in positions. Y'all know how I feel. I feel that the masculine principle has not yet fully even been explored in our society.
We are as a people.
Again, so that's my opinion. But you what say you? You tell me what you think.
People, and after pondering this and hearing about it, we have to look at why women are.
Well, you got to answer the question first.
Huh?
You said, do you think women
Hell,
or
I
men?
asked the question, brother.
So what do you think? What's the answer though?
I feel that there is more support
For women or men in society?
for women.
Okay.
Because they number one stick together. So I come at it under 2 folds.
Again, anybody in the comments can comment. Y'all listening to him is cool. You want to comment, you can comment. I'm going to read the comments. Do you feel it's more support for women or men in today's society? He said it's for women. Okay, we're listening to you. We're on track.
So you look at it from a standpoint, you look at it from the angle of who put them in power and why.
Who put them in power?
Right.
Okay.
So you go back, and this story got me great, so I'm gonna tell it again. You go back to 1943, 1942.
Well, you can't be a historian if you don't know the facts
Pay attention.
of the dates.
Pay attention.
So say roughly, because you be off.
When World War II ended,
Okay,
all right,
we'll take that.
they had the GI Bill,
Right?
which gave the right for people who came back from the army the ability to buy houses. So back in the day, there was a strong knit family.
Okay.
People had families. There was always a black mother and a black father in the home, right? And
Not always, but okay. You're cooking. Go ahead. You're cooking.
So, let me finish, brother. So as the time progressed on, as you look at Black Wall Street instead of, of course, before that, the black dollar and the black community became strong.
Okay.
We didn't give 2 fucks about motherfucking segregation. We did not want to eat the nasty mashed potatoes and what the collard greens in.
Okay, you're going left.
Let me finish. Big Mama
Pull it
was
around.
getting-
Pull it around, though.
Relax, brother.
You said 10 minutes. You
Big
said,
Mama
what are you
was
talking
getting
about?
paid, right?
Right.
Big Mama was getting paid. So now they realize, how do we break up the black nucleus? How do we break up the black family? You get rid of the father and you take him out the house. So now who's watching your child? A single mother. So now you have to enforce her and let her know that, hey, listen, you don't need a man, you can do this, we got your back.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so you feel like that's why they got some more support?
Yes.
Is because of
So
these
then-
events that led up to it?
So let me finish. So then you got the welfare. Once again, a man cannot be in the house. We support you. Then you got
We
the
just said this on the
CRA.
last show. We got this. You got to understand, my audience is up to speed on what you're saying. They know this already. I say this every time. The question is,
Of course.
Do women have more support than men
They
in
do.
today's society?
They do. They
And
have
what
more
is the
support.
main factor you think is causing that? What not causing it, but what contributes to that they have more support than men do?
What contributes to that is, for one, us not stepping up as black men. Some of us are not stepping up as black men. And two,
How so?
The infrastructure that is funding
How is
the
how
programming to keep the women in the
how is that? So
because
okay.
because it's a plan. It's a plot to if I
Plot.
fund one business. If I fund one business with government dollars,
Yeah.
of course another business is not going to thrive.
How is it a plot against who? What is the plot? A plot of what?
A plot against the most intelligent species on the planet.
So you think it's a plot against black men?
Of course.
Okay, so you feel like it's a plot against black men and it includes black women. Okay, so what do you feel like they're being used in this plan against black men?
Yes.
Or do you feel like they're perpetrating the plan against black men?
Yes, the first one. Yes.
So you think, in your opinion, black women are being used to,
Sure.
weaponized against black men?
The shit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, how do you? I'm not even going to ask you how do you explain, but I'm saying you said women get more support. We're not talking about just black women, are we? Talking about women in general.
I'm going to say black women, but of course women in general for centuries and generations, due to the fact that when you got the DEI, a lot of the Caucasian women were starting up businesses for their husbands. So when they got all the grant money, you think it's a female business, and it's actually going to a white guy. Now, I say it to say that I know many people who work in these fields, these entities, and they would do the audits of the business, and they would ask the white ladies, okay, what's a trench wrench?
Siobhan Coleman said define support and women for sure. She said define support, but she said women for sure.
Okay.
Get more support, yeah.
Support, events.
Events like what?
Events like sister girl retreat, girls.
But that's something that the women are doing for themselves. That's not something that the government is doing for them. That's what women plan to do for themselves. Are you talking about support as far as governmental support? Are you talking about governmental support? What type of support? That's a good one.
Support, yes.
From the government, from
and also they are sticking together with a purpose to degrade black men. They're afraid of
all the women or some of the women? Because you sound. I'm not saying that
everyone. No, some females, of course.
Some women.
Of course, females.
Or is it just black men or all men? Because I don't disagree with you.
I'm gonna have to say.
But I'm just trying to hear you out.
I don't think you're trying to hear me out. But
Well, you got to move the show along. You're taking long. You're not Martin Luther King. You're not Martin Luther King, so you can't talk like Martin Luther King on the damn live show, sir. You have to keep the moves going. Martin Luther the King. Yeah, that's you. Martin Luther King. Yeah, man.
But I feel, as the old man told me last week, I said what I said.
Okay. All right. Well, honestly, I don't feel like you know. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say different things. Me personally, I think you're kind of not in a patriarchy as much as you're in a perverted matriarchy at this point. Only reason being because
Whoa.
you.
I got a degree too. I know what that meant.
Okay. Well, I'm not speaking outside of your knowledge. I'm not saying that you're knowledgeable. I'm saying that's what you're dealing with now, based off the fact that patriarchy people will be able to say opposing ideas. A patriarchy people will be able to introduce outlying thoughts without attack. You are not dealing with a patriarchy. You're dealing with a perverted matriarchy based off the fact that you cannot introduce any type of outside thoughts to the homogenized thought pool that is there now. If you come in right now and try to say something radical to change it, and it might be right, because it's so much of an outlier past what's homogenized as society right now, they will attack you, maybe kill you, maybe jail you. Because everything's homogenized. You're moving like a hive mind right now. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's a feminine principle. That is matriarchal. That is contextually matriarchal. A hive mentality is matriarchal. So it doesn't matter what people say, because I'm looking at it with my own eyes, and I understand the difference between men and women not being physical, but being energy arrangements, right? It's how the way the energy is arranged in us that makes us women or men. So again, you could go ahead. I'm just cleaning that up for you.
My black women, right? My mother's black.
Okay.
So
Your mother is black.
My mother's African.
Okay. So what? So you're saying that to say what?
I'm saying that I'm not against females.
I didn't say that.
I'm against.
Are you a red pill subscriber?
No.
Do you know what red pill is?
I'm blue pill.
You're blue pill.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Tell me what blue pill is.
I mean, I'm a crip. No, I'm just kidding.
And tell me what you think red pill is.
Because
I'm just getting it out for the record.
I don't know. Go ahead. You tell me.
Well, from my understanding, the red pillars are the ones that are MGTOW. It's basically men going their own way, right? And they're saying they're the men that are not going to be taken advantage of. They're valuable as well. They're the ones that a lot of women call sassy. They're valuable as well. Their time is valuable. They shouldn't have their time wasted either. They shouldn't have to pay for a woman that they just met for $100, $200 dinner. If they just met the woman, they should be able to just take her somewhere simple to get to know her as opposed to spending all this money. And they also feel like women are very modern, but they want a traditional man.
First of all, on the $120 thing, you have a right to spend whatever you want to spend.
Well, I'm not wrong. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying women in general, do you think, this is I'm asking you for your opinion now. This is not my opinion. Do you think that women are a little entitled when it comes to meeting new men or meeting someone new? Do you feel when you meet women, this is turning into something like more gender thing. It's not a war, but do you feel like women have a certain amount of entitlement? Because that's basically one of the points of it. I'm not saying what they're saying is right. I'm not saying I'm a red pillar. I don't take no pills.
Okay, well, peep it though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, is it yes or no? Do you think women? Do you think it's entitled for a woman? Do you think? Hold on. Do you think it's entitled for a woman? Entitled for you to just meet a woman and her to expect you to take you out on a nice dinner? Do you feel like that's an entitlement?
Is she entitled to a nice dinner?
Well, she expects you to take her out on a nice dinner. Do you think that's entitled?
I think you should show respect, and I think you should put in what you want to get out of it.
Well, I'm saying, are you chivalrous?
Stop. Meaning, of course, we should all have respect for our other half, more or less. This is your business.
Well, not to the other half. No, I'm saying you just met the woman. You just met her, right. And she said, and you say, okay, boom, I'm gonna take you out, blah blah blah. All right, bet.
Would you like to date her again, or you don't know if you want to date her?
You don't know. You're just getting to know her.
Oh no.
And she said, "Where you taking me?"
Oh, what do you call it? 99, fool.
So you gonna take her to 99?
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically it's what you choose to do on the date.
Right. Bowling.
Okay.
My first date ever was at Friendly's.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Siobhan said 100%. Yeah. Feminine and masculine energy exist in both. It's a yes or no question. Yes. So so you kind of more or less saying that you kind of traditional.
Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta show respect.
Okay, understandable. So you also feel like women get more support in today's society than men do.
Correct.
Okay, so I think we really need a woman here to have an opposing view, because I don't know how many people might agree or disagree. I don't think that it's as many men.
Go live.
Oh, we're already live. I don't think that men kind of. What I will say is I don't think men socialize the same way women do. Women kind of organize themselves into groups very early on. They're very communicative, because again, that's another feminine trait. It doesn't say you're a woman if you do that. It means masculine and feminine are energies, and both are present within both things.
Correct.
So communication, like I said, that's one of the goddesses was Bastet. Bastet was the one that dealt with writing, cuneiform. It's not to say that the woman, the goddess that was dealt with writing is a woman. No, it's just to say that's the energy you embody when you're doing it. When a man doing something that's might be perceived as feminine, it's going to come out more sensitive, right? So it's just going to soften him up in the sense that he's. I'm getting off. No. I'm connecting it. You got off the topic. I'm bringing it all back together. You already done interrupted me. What I'm saying is everybody's gonna do everything, but when and how you do it is more so just the exchange of the energy. And I think that maybe now, because you've dealt with a lot of feminism, you felt with radical feminism, You done got into different ideologies that women have been raised in for the last 30 to 40 to 50 years. It's going to affect them. It's not going to make them socialize the same way as they would previous to feminists in the late 60s coming out and spreading these ideologies. And then them being picked up and progressively taught more and more to the women in the schools. That, to me, was the women being under attack because feminism didn't do nothing but break up the household. It's not to say that it wasn't women's empowerment. All women should be empowered. If you coming at it, it is my opinion, if you coming at it from the angle, all women should be empowered. I'm talking about women right now. They deserve to get their chips. If you coming at it in a point where you feel like women shouldn't be on your level to do the things you do, then you're coming from a position of misogyny. 100%. They shouldn't be able to. I'm not saying that they're going to do what I do. I'm not saying stand up and piss and fight me and act like a man. I'm saying you are on the level I'm on in your way. So I have to respect you as my equal in your own way. Yes, I do. They're not under you. No woman's under you. Maybe if you feel like they're under you, that man has been a victim of misogyny. Again, like I said.
Is that what you're getting out of this?
Well, no, not from you. I'm saying once I put the woman on that level, though, then she also has to be subject to the same responsibility that power provides her. So it's not just a free ride. I can't say that you're equal to me in this way, but you're not responsible for the power that you have as being my equal now. I can't walk outside and slap nobody in the face because I don't like how they looked at me. So if you're a woman and you get the same power as me, that means you can't use that energy to manipulate anyone that's not you either. You can't use that power to subvert and put them under your control. You understand what I'm saying?
Can you name me 5 groups that help females? Yes or no?
What?
Yes or no?
Whoa. Of course.
Can you name me 1 group that helps young black men?
Maybe 1.
You can name me 5 groups that help men, but not 1 that helps black men.
Well, I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm saying there's a reason for that. And you just jumped off the topic. I'm saying it's because feminism has been perpetuated for the last 50 years. So most women now, when they get out of the school system, they don't see you as an equal. They want a one-up on you. They are actually misandrists now. They have been converted into a radical mindset. If a young girl thinks that men are lesser or dumber or more dumb or more stupid or less intelligent or men are conniving or men are this or men are that and it's anything negative, they have been steeped in that mindset. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happens. So now the women are getting out and they're already misandrous from the beginning. Do you know what misandry is?
Of course.
What is it?
It's evil.
Well, what is misandry? Tell me what misandry is. What is misandry?
The way you use it.
I'm going to give you the definition from Webster.
And I hated that show growing up to it.
So misandry is the hatred, contempt, or prejudice against men or boys. It would be the direct opposite of misogyny. You might not even know that word because the only one you know is misogyny. You don't even know that misogyny got an opposite that most women, a lot of women that subscribe to today's society's ideals are. And you're actually fighting a war against your woman and society at the same exact time. Any woman that has been compromised by this thought form will never be your partner in any relationship. This is why your households can't stay together. This is part of the reason why the household can't stay together. This was part of the depopulation tactics. Yes, feminism. It's a radical ideal that you wasn't born with. They're basically telling women, okay, well, you need to be more powerful than men. It started off as women's empowerment, but now it's a power struggle. They're telling you, you're not strong as me. I'm a woman. I'm stronger than you. I birthed the children. I did this. I did that. You don't do shit. So that's what they're teaching. So this is what I'm saying. Feminism affected you negatively. This is the part you might not be factoring in. You might be going to a race part. I'm saying everything starts in the mind. It don't get to your body or your color of your body before you start to deal with your mind. So the mind is the first war ground. It's the first battlefield. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And the mind is the spirit. So when they attacked your woman in the 60s and said, hey, they never even said you don't need no man. Black women turned white women feminism, white liberal feminism into I don't need a man. That's what they turned it into. It didn't start off as that. White women wasn't saying I don't need my man. You know a lot of white women still getting married.
Well,
today. But do you know as many brown women getting married?
I said the same thing that you're saying.
Well, I'm not, that's why I said we're not disagreeing. I'm just telling you my part of why I think it is why. Because now she's your enemy. She's a misandrist. When you go out and the average woman you want to talk to, they have already been touched by some of this ideology I'm saying, as far as them having to do something for you. I'm going to have to do your doctor appointments for you. Oh, I take it he's a man. He don't know how to clean up. I take it he's a man. He don't know how to cook. I take it he's a man. He don't know. They're putting you on a lower level. Not to say a lot of men don't know, but I'm just saying this is the way that you are, that have been ingratiated into society as a woman already. So you're starting a negative woman. She don't even respect you. This is what I'm saying. Any woman that's touched by feminism is your enemy. She done already. So you're fighting your own woman based off this. Again, that's all I gotta say, man. That's that. I'm gonna leave it right there, man. The views and opinions
brought to you tonight
on the Glass Table Show are mine and my friends here alone. They do not represent the establishment, and they do not represent our address. So I just had to put that disclaimer out there for you. Y'all can comment if y'all want. These is my opinions again. Again, like I said, I had to find a woman that wasn't raised in America, that live in America. Why? Because if you go to another country, they don't think they're not misandrous. They don't think they man can't do nothing.
Talk to him.
How is you saying that about your man, but you want a man, but you're talking about him like that? How is that even possible? That's why I said you in some type of wild matriarchy right now. You in the ill matriarchy. You don't even know where you at. Like you lost your way. It's been past the end of the world. But again, I'm going to go to the comments. Give it about 10. You know, we had a great show today. Shout out to my man Plasma. Shout out to Siobhan Coleman. Shout out to my man that came through tonight. My man, I can't say who, but my man that came through tonight. Put it like that. My man that came through tonight. He don't want to know names. He don't want nobody knowing nothing. There you go. So Siobhan said, no bullshit. My pops taught me feminists were BS. Wow. Give a round of applause for Siobhan's father. Give a round of applause for Siobhan's father. If you want a man and you want to be happy as a woman, please don't subscribe to that bullshit thing, because that shit don't. It ain't to say that some niggas ain't shit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm a man. I know a lot of men ain't shit. I know. But a lot of us is shit. A lot of us is more than shit, right? A lot of us actually was taught by some of y'all. Brown-skinned woman that was strong, that put it in you, and you took the lessons and you got another part from a brown-skinned man. So if you want to progress the race and you want to progress as a people, you're going to have to find some common ground. We got to. It's not going to work out like this. You already know how I feel. We way past the end of the world. But I got my son, so I got to stay in it, right? I got to at least push through. So I love y'all. Shout out to y'all. Glass Table Show. Shout out to my other man. I'm not going to say his name. We just going to say shout out to him because he allowed this, make this to be possible. I had a great time with y'all. Probably might come back next Sunday. We'll see. But shout out to y'all if y'all was here. Love the energy. Love the vibes. Thank everybody that was here. Oh, my man George. My man Jeff. My man Lisa's in there. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to Lisa. That's Heatmine's wife. Shout out to Lisa. Everybody that was here. Siobhan. Shout out to Hector. Everybody I met today. Shout out to y'all. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you in a couple of days. Glass Table Show. I'm out.